Pamela had mentioned her children have a very unique background as well, and so do I. My mom is Armenian and European, and my dad is Filipino and Mexican. And so growing up, it was difficult to find out or figure out, where do I belong? Because people kind of want to like put themselves into these pockets and groups. And so when I went to Cal, I started doing and taking all these culture classes and started learning more about different people, their different backgrounds, because I was interested. And I was like, where do you belong? And I realized I belong in the world, and I belong as a person that wants to learn more about others. And I remember taking a cruise during college with my grandmother. She said, honey, I'm going to take you on a cruise. And we had to fill out these forms. And it said, break down who you are. And I said, Graham, I'm more than one of these boxes. And she said, darling, you're American. And I was like, okay, that's what I am. And I'm just going to put that. So,
you're more than one of those boxes. You're American.
I'm American. I loved it.
And I totally can relate to you ladies. I grew up as a first generation born American. My parents were refugees from Cuba. And so I grew up where when they came over, they literally came with the clothes on their back, a 6-year-old son, and a dog. Don't ask me how they got the dog out, but they got the dog out. But I was raised in an environment where the inside of the house was basically Little Havana, and the outside of the house was the United States of America. And talk about not understanding where you belong. I mean, all of my friends were shaving their legs and wearing makeup and going out on dates. And guess who wasn't doing that?
Yeah.
So, but honestly, I believe that helped build resilience, determination, and the ability to figure out how to fit into communities where maybe it wasn't so obvious for me, like it wasn't a given, right? I mean, where does the Cuban refugee, that little girl who learned how to speak English in kindergarten and had to take summer school her first year because English wasn't her first language.
Yeah.
But look at me now.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I'd love to go back to what Kim said. Sorry.
Go ahead, Vijay.
I'd love to go back to what Kim said about this feeling of intimacy in the community, which comes from trust, trusting others, and the sense of belonging. And I'm curious to see, I would love to learn about everyone around shared value and purpose, because I do believe that in order for us to gain that trust and that intimacy in our communities, communities thrive when members have common goals and values.